Recording. Yay. Hi, thank you so much for hopping on. Today is going to be all about being a product of the product, Autoships, and just LC conversations and sealing the deal. So I'm going to be going over kind of a lot of information, but if you guys have anything that you want to add or any additional value or questions, just put them in the comments or whatever, or just unmute yourself. And we can get going over that too. So first, I wanted to start with Autoships and why this is so important, not only for you to have set up, but to be preaching to your team to set up too. So I've made this pretty well known, but in case you guys didn't know, when you are paid, this is really important part, paid as a Ruby or above in this business, I expect you to have an Autoship on, period. There's no questions about that. This is something that all top leaders do. This is something that is absolutely necessary and crucial for your business, okay? However, having said that, I still encourage people who start with me today to have an Autoship running right now, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. So, first of all, being a product of the product. This is so key, and this is the main point that I preach to a lot of my distributors. Would you purchase anything from anyone if they didn't use it themselves? Drop it in the comments. Would you? Yes or no? Would you go to a restaurant that maybe, would you go to a restaurant that nobody told you about, like randomly? Not necessarily, unless you're like searching for something, right? It's most of the time when we purchase things or we start things, it's because someone else told us about it and they had a good experience with it, right? So that's what I feel like we're doing every day, is preaching about our personal results with this. It's so crucial to your success to actually have result photos. These are corporate approved result photos that you have, that you take before and afters of, and you upload in your Connect app and send them to get approved. I can't tell you, when I started to get my own results with skincare, like, I don't want you to just think weight loss. I'm talking skincare. I'm talking like Oakland loves our greens. So I'm out of them right now, but typically on my story, I'll be showing my keto coffee and then showing how Oakland loves the greens or whatever. And then like the super reds, whatever it is. People are asking me questions and coming to me, and I don't have to do as much work because I talk about why and what these products are doing for me, like why I love them so much, right? So I hope you're like following along with me so far. Not only that, you guys, the fact that people are now wanting to purchase from you because you actually use the products and have a testimony for something, doesn't have to be the coffee. Like, I think so many people get caught up in like, well, I don't drink coffee, or I don't like the greens, or whatever. Okay, well then pick the Beauty Works kit. There's no excuses. Pick one product. We have over 50 products. You are going to find something that you absolutely love. I promise you. We have something for everyone. So regardless of what it is, pick one thing and then run with it. So not only are people, like I said, going to be more interested in purchasing this from you because you're actually using it, excuse me, but it is also a write-off, okay? So when you go to do taxes at the end of next year, you're gonna be able to write off every single order that you place, both your e-suite fee and your product purchase orders. Any merch that you buy, your conference ticket, your cell phone bill, your Wi-Fi, these are all tax deductibles, okay, that we get as business owners. That is the beauty of being on a 1099, is there's a lot of stuff that you can write off, which means you don't pay as much in taxes, okay? So it's a write-off. People want to purchase it from you. You also get paid on that volume. So that goes towards your group volume. If you're pushing for Ruby and you place an 80 BV auto ship, now instead of 2,000, you need 1,880 or 820, excuse me, because it's 80 BV or whatever, right? Yes, totally. Olivia, write your question in the comments and I will get to them here in just a little bit. Okay, people want to purchase it from you because you use it. It's a tax write-off. It also goes towards your volume, which means you actually do get paid on that. So you're not only getting to write it off at the end of the year, but you're actually getting paid on that volume right now this month. The other thing is, you guys, if you are being a product of the product, you're showing your own results, you're doing all these things. Well, hang on, let me backtrack. You are also commission qualifying yourself by placing an order every month. So I want to go over this just really quickly. This is in the first training, but I feel like it needs to be touched on. So there's 2 ways to be commission qualified in this business. The very first month, if you're brand new, don't worry about it. You're already commission qualified your first month, you're going to get a paycheck. After that, you can either have 150 PBV, so personal bonus volume. That's essentially $150 worth in personal sales every month to be commission qualified. The other way is an 80 BV auto ship. So when you place an $80 essentially personal order every month, that's going to guarantee you a paycheck. The other reason why I highly suggest an auto ship versus the $150 in personal sales is if for whatever reason, let's say you're pushing for a promotion, even if you're not, but you're pushing for a bonus rank up promotion like diamond. If you were to get an average monthly diamond check is $2,000 plus the $15,000 bonus right now, and you were relying on just that 150 in personal sales, when month end closes out, if one customer returns something and you fall below that 150, even after month end closed out and you saw that you had 150, they have, like a couple days, a week to return that product. You fall below the 150, you're at 100 now. You literally will not get a paycheck. So you just flushed down a $4,000 paycheck down the toilet, basically. And you did all this work for literally nothing. So I highly, like I said, I know I'm repeating myself, but it is so crucial to have an auto ship set up. Okay, let's go on to the fun stuff. So you've got your auto ship set up. People are interested in the product because you're getting your personal results, all the things that I've gone over. But now your team sees that you're making your coffee every morning, or you're using your collagen before you go to bed at night, or your Beauty Works, whatever product you chose, they're seeing you use that. They're seeing you implement those products into your business every day. And they're going to be like, well, what can I do to do the same thing? I see you doing this. Like, shouldn't I be adding things to my stories? Shouldn't I be, using the products or whatever? So I have that conversation right off the bat with my distributors, asking if they want to set it up now, or I offer that they can set it up the following month since they're already commission qualified their first month. That's not necessary. But again, here's why I highly recommend that they do switch it to their first month. Their business builder kit comes with 12 3-day trial experiences, which means it's $150 worth almost in product that they're going to be able to immediately sell. And we're going to teach them how to do that. So if they sell all of the sample packs, hang on, let me do the math really quick because I want to give you an exact number. I'm like anal about that. Okay, that's $240 in their pocket right now, today, when we show them how to sell those. So it's $50 to sign up right now. Not only is corporate going to give them a $50 bonus the week after they join and $150 shopping spree, we're going to help them earn that right away. So they're already getting their money back. They're going to have an auto ship set up now. Let's say it's $120 that month. Even if they paid $120 for their auto ship, they're still profiting after selling the samples in their BBK kit $120. So not only has their business been paid back already, they're already getting another $150 shopping spree and $120 in their product. This is why I believe in this company so much, you guys. When we say that they are a debt-free company and they want the best for us, this is exactly why. There's no, I have to figure out how to get the money. No, I'm going to show you how to make your money back this week, plus $120. What would $120 do for you right now? That's groceries, you guys. That's gas. That's a doctor's visit that came up that they didn't know how they were going to pay for, right? So especially during this time with all the things going on in the world, this is how we need to be showing people that they can make money right now. Cami was talking about that on the Sunday call. It's not like they can accomplish major things in the next 90 days, right? They're still going to have the opportunity to earn that $15,000 bonus. But think about what $200 this week means to somebody. You know, like that's instant gratification. We talk about all the time, we live in a microwave society. And unfortunately, this isn't a get rich quick scheme, but now they're showing you how we can teach our new distributors how to make money right now. Corporate knows that this is a stressful time. They're giving you the solution by dropping BBK codes, by giving the bonuses this week, upping our commissions, upping the shopping spree that they're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me look at the comments really quick before I go on, because I know I'm totally ranting. Are you guys following me so far? Drop a 1 if everything that I've said so far makes sense. I know I gave a lot of information. Okay. Training video about write-offs. Unfortunately, like I would love to do that and I can give you guys like personal tips and everything, but I'm not a CPA, so I cannot give legal advice. But what I can tell you is what is a write-off for this. What I will tell you is the good rule of thumb is if the IRS were to come knocking on your door and ask you questions about it, is it going to be hard to explain? If the answer is no, then you know for sure it's a write-off. If you're like, oh, I don't know if those drinks with friends was really a write-off, you're going to have a hard time like justifying that, if that makes sense. Anyways, but I can totally give you tips. And then yes, you will still get the $150 fast start bonus. That doesn't affect your bonus. They are getting a $50 bonus this week. I don't know. You'll have to ask her. Okay, so let me move on to the next thing. Let's talk about, do any of you guys who are Ruby and above have anything to add to what I've said so far? Does that make sense? Okay, so sealing the deal and having LC conversations. So I want to walk you through a couple different scenarios. So again, this is going to be a lot of information, but I am recording it, so hopefully you can go back and like write these down. I'm going to give you exact scripts on what I say in certain situations. I'm going to walk you through a couple different scenarios with customers and a couple different scenarios with distributors. And I'm going to talk about upselling really quick. So hopefully I can spit this out as soon as I can. Okay. So let's start with when you very first start. You're a brand new distributor. You send out that little message, and I'm going to literally verbatim read what I have. Okay. So I give them their first goal, and then I say, this is the message that I have them send out. Hey, I just started a new health and wellness company, and I'm super excited / nervous. When thinking of people who would support me, you came to mind. I need some product testers to get my portfolio going. And then in parentheses, it says, nothing that breaks the bank. Would you all be interested in helping me out? Most of the time people say yes. And so I'll just go into, okay, perfect. Have you ever heard of It Works Global before me? If they say yes, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, perfect. Have you ever tried any of the products before? If they say no, I'm going to say, what? Oh my gosh, we are a debt-free billion-dollar health and wellness company. We have over 50 all-natural plant-based products. Can I send you a list of categories I have open and see if anything catches your eye? They say yes. I send a list of categories. It has a bunch of different things like weight loss, fat-burning coffee, acne, skincare problems. And then at the very end, I offer the opportunity. I also have one position available today to essentially start for free with the promo going on right now and make an extra $500 a month. Is that something that you would be interested in? And then depending on what product they pick, or if they pick the opportunity, I'm going to jump into that convo. So if they're like fat burning coffee, hair, skin, and nails, and tightening and toning, I'm going to jump into the weight loss first because it's a bigger package. And then we'll talk about HSN at the end. So I don't talk about the 5 products that they brought up. I pick one and run with it. Really important, either in distributor conversations and in customer conversations, to control how the conversation goes. Okay. So if they say those things, I'm going to be like, okay, perfect. It sounds like you want to lose weight. How much weight would you want to lose to feel your best? They're going to say, for example, let's say 30 pounds. I'm going to say, okay, perfect. Do you typically prefer coffee or tea? If they already said coffee above, I don't usually ask that question. I'll just jump into the coffee. But if they say, they'll pick one. I'm going to say, for example, they picked coffee. I'll be like, okay, perfect. Again, this is where your own results come in. I'll be like, you will absolutely love what I've personally been using then. Let me send you my results. Do you want more info and pricing? I keep it so simple, short, sweet, to the point. That's all I say. I send them my result photo. Results speak for themselves, you guys. You don't need to word vomit and tell them what all the products do. They just want to know if it works. So you send your results. Then they're like, yes, I want pricing and info or whatever. And I'm going to be like, okay, perfect. Let me send you the info. So I'll send the product information pictures. And so what typically I send, if they want to lose like 30 pounds, I'll do TFX. And then I ask how they like their coffee. So it's usually the salted caramel coffee, keto coffee, or skinny brew. And then the cleanse. People always need to start with a cleanse, in my opinion, because we hold so much gunk in our systems, and it really preps your body for weight loss and just gets your metabolism going before they jump into the keto coffee and the TFX. Anyways, I've personally used these products, so I love those. That's my like favorite combo. And then this is where people get stuck usually. They go through that whole convo, or they've sent the result photos, or maybe they sent the product info. We haven't even gotten to pricing yet, and people stop replying. Typically, drop a 1 in the comments if you've ever felt this way. I know when I first started, I felt this way. I thought that that meant that they weren't interested, that I sent the result photo, or I sent the product info, or even I sent the pricing and it's too much for them, or they don't want more information. They obviously didn't respond to me. I love seeing the ones, because I thought the exact same thing when I first started, but that is so false, you guys. I don't know about you, but my life is a million miles an hour. I have a 2-year-old. I'm pregnant and feel disgusting most of the time. My husband's working or not, who knows, with everything going on. Like, my life is so chaotic. And sometimes I open messages and forget about them. Or Oakland's playing with my phone and she opened it. I can't tell you how many times I've texted you guys. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm just seeing your message. Oakland had my phone and she had opened it. Things happen. They forget to reply, they open it, whatever. And you guys know my motto is people are either going to block me or they're going to join me. So I literally follow up all the time. There are people that I have been following up with for 2 years. And some of those people I'm going to have to follow up for another 5 years before they actually join me. But it doesn't matter, because they're going to take me Ambassador 2.0, right? Like, I don't care how long it takes for these dream people to join me. I waited almost 2 years to join Rochelle, you guys. I blocked her and unblocked her. I can't tell you how many times. People want what we have. And the good and bad part about FOMO is that people will eventually join us because they're seeing what this business is doing for us. But the downside is that a lot of people have jealousy, right? And they have an ego. And it's going to take a long time for them to get over the fact that they're jealous, that they're seeing you get your nails done. They're seeing you pay for your groceries in cash. They're seeing you have your bills on auto pay. It takes a lot of balls to reach out to somebody and be like, hey, I want what you have. What are you doing? Give them the chance that they deserve by continuing to follow up. It's all about perspective. If you choose to think you're annoying, you're probably going to be annoying, and you're going to attract those customers who actually don't want these products. If you know what we have to offer and you are so damn confident that you follow up with people even when they tell you no, because you know that they will eventually want this, they're going to join you. Okay? So outside of that, this is where people get stuck. That's where I was leaving off. So you're going to follow up with them. After you've sent the result photo or after you sent the product info, keep it simple. What would you say to your girlfriend? Hey sis, what did you think of the product info that I sent you? Hey, what did you think of the information that I sent over to you the other day? If you've already sent the pricing, okay, so for example, let's keep going. So I've offered the keto triple threat. I've sent my result photo. They said yes, they wanted more info and pricing. I send the 3 product info pictures, and then I say, okay, it's normally $250, but if you do a 90-day trial with me, it's only $153 for a month's supply. And this is the key wording that I throw in that seems to like people love, is I'll say in parentheses, less than $5 a day to reach the goals that you just told me you want, like you had, right? And I'll like fill in the blank, like less than $5 a day to reach that 30-pound goal that we talked about. And sound good or whatever. And if people give you kickback on that price, first of all, I always start high. Notice how even though they told me they wanted to lose 30 pounds, I didn't just suggest the coffee. I suggested 3 products. Then if they say that's too much, here's a couple things that I like phrases that you can throw in. First of all, a Starbucks coffee on average is $5. If you're paying $5 a day for 3 products, like you're not just purchasing coffee. This is coffee with a purpose. You're going to be losing weight. You're going to feel amazing. You're going to have more energy. Like you're going to be listing off the things that these products will do for you. And then just be like, if that's out of your budget though, I can always have you start with 1 bag of coffee and the TFX to make it only $78. Is that more doable for you? Chances are, if they're not willing to go from $150 to $70, they're probably not willing to do the TFX at $39. So this is where I offered the opportunity. I don't drop it again. If they say, oh, that's still just too much for me, I'm gonna be like, well, you know what? It's actually $20 cheaper right now than even buying these products to just join my team, become my business partner, and make money together, and you can get these products for free. Who would turn that down? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much easier to turn a conversation into distributors with the deals that we have going on right now. So just be confident with what you're presenting. And you can steer the conversation in any way you want. Typically, I message for haps. I don't turn a PLC who doesn't want the products and they want to earn money into a hap just because I want them to get in the business, because obviously if they can't afford these products right now, they need extra money and they can get the product for free. So I would be selfish to just want them as a customer 2 months down the road than just offering the opportunity that they have right now. Why would I give them a hap? They're doing what we get paid to do. Let them get paid for it, right? Okay, so drop a 1 if you're with me so far. I just want to make sure that everybody's still awake. We're still good. And then let's talk about not after you first join and you're either messaging people for product testers or people are commenting on your posts, okay? So, or on your haps. If someone comments on your post or on a hap, you're gonna simply message them something saying, if they commented on a weight loss hap, hey, I saw your comment on Shelby's post. Are you looking to lose weight? Keep it simple. They say yes. I'm going to say, perfect. How much weight would you want to lose to feel your best? And do you prefer coffee or tea? So they're going to be like 15 pounds and tea. Perfect. I'm going to give them a cleanse and the keto chai or whatever, right? So then you can immediately match them with products. And that piece is going to take some time and learning what products to suggest. And that's why screenshots to your upline are so, so crucial. Okay. So if you are new and you don't know what products to suggest, I know it's so exciting to just get a sale and get someone in the system, but we want residual income. We want lifetime customers. And to do that, we need to recommend the products that are going to be the best fit for their lifestyle, for their diet, and what goals they're truly wanting to achieve. Okay. So use your upline for that if you're not 100% confident. And then I hear from people all the time this phrase, sealing the deal. I'm having a hard time sealing the deal. And I specifically wanted to touch on this because last year at Green Carpet, I was able to meet Pam Souter. She came to the house that we were staying at. I was in like a diamond and above like leadership retreat, something, I don't know. And we were all together and Pam came and crashed our party. And we were all asking her questions and we were just sitting around the couch. Like I was literally like knee to knee with this woman. She's so incredible. And I asked her this question because it was something that I hear from my team very often. Pam, how do you seal the deal, whether with a customer or a distributor? And she kind of looked at me like I was stupid for a second, but in the kindest way. And I kind of like looked back at her and she goes, well, that's why you're probably not signing as much as you want to, because you're looking at this like a transaction. Why are you trying to seal the deal? There's no deal to seal. I was like, what do you mean? And she kind of goes into detail about it, about how we need to be coming from this from a servitude, from a service standpoint. If you have and truly the best interest at heart for the people that we're talking to, you're not trying to get a sale or seal the deal. You are showing them an answer to their problem, period. Period. You need to make more money? I got you. You need clear skin? I got you. You want to lose weight? Boo, I'm your girl. You're not asking them for anything. If and when they're ready to join you, they will. And that's going to come with follow-up and you providing the information, but you are here for them to help them reach their goals, whether it be financially or in their health wise. And it really just shifted my perspective from me to them. Because ultimately, this isn't about me anymore. This is about my team and the people that I can help. There are billions of people on this planet who still don't even know what It Works Global is, and it is our job to present that opportunity to them. So drop a 2 in the comments if that shifted your perspective a little bit like it did for me. No need to lie if it didn't, it's okay. But for me, that was just like such a key point when she said that, because it is something that I hear from you guys so often. Yay, I'm so glad. Okay, perfect. So what do you guys have questions about with signing customers, with signing distributors, or about Autoships or product or BV? Like, what questions do you have? I'll pause the recording while you collect yourselves and or like put them in the comments if you have them. Yeah, of course. Okay, so this is a good one. So Olivia asked, can you help with how you get HAPs? I know it's so basic, but I struggle with this. Okay, so there's a couple different tips that I have with actually getting them up, and I'll put my exact scripts. I put these in the push page the other day, but I'll put them here also. Okay, so I message a lot for HAPs, you guys. Obviously, my Facebook is down right now, so I'm having a little bit of trouble there, but I am doing this on both of my Instagram accounts, and this has been so huge. So what I do is I say, hey girl, I know this is super random, but I have a quick question for you, and don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything. So, and I'll jump into some other details here too, but I, on Facebook, used to just print out my friends list. So I would literally just each day pull 2 pages out, do 2 pages front and back of just sending this initial message. This creates a lot of curiosity, and you're going to get a lot of replies with this because people are like, oh, you have a question, and like, you're not trying to sell me something, like, what do you want, you know? And so then this is the second message that I send. Would you be willing to throw something I send you up on your wall? Or if this is Instagram, would you be willing to throw something I send you up on your story? Nothing spammy, and in exchange, I'm going to enter you into my team's giveaway. And then I put in parentheses what it is: an entire skincare line and $100 cash, $332 value. I could really use the support. And a lot of people are willing to say yes. And so I'll just send them a picture, and it's a picture of me and Julia, and it says, grab your bestie. My friend Lex wants to hire you both on as, it says like social media influencers to make an extra $500 a month. Text income to, and then my number. And I have a couple different ones of those that I made. And I also do a weight loss one where it says like, who wants to lose 10 to 30 plus pounds? My friend Lex is looking for 5 people ASAP. Text weight loss to, and then my number. So I keep it super simple. And people love doing these on Instagram because they're not putting something on their feed. It's just something quick on their story. And this is like a $300 value. So it's really enticing. And then, if it's on Facebook, so Liv, that's kind of my example for the story. And then for Facebook, what I would do is something super sweet and to the point, kind of same thing. Who wants to make an extra $200 to $500 a month? My friend is looking for 10 more people ASAP. And then I just have them tag me. Or is anyone looking to lose 5+ pounds this week? My friend Lex is looking for 5 new people to try out her plant-based cleanse. Tag me. You can even put your phone number. You can put it however you want. Just make sure with Facebook that you're a little bit more careful. So do, instead of text, T-E-X-T, I'll do T space X space T, and then 503, and then I'll do like 2 slashes or something. Because if you do just your phone number or like 503 dash blah, 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 it will flag it. So you just want to kind of like space it out because it'll catch it as separate characters, not as a phone number, if that makes sense. So little things like that. And then, let me see. Does that answer your question? Okay, perfect. Yeah, and HAPs are such an easy way. Like, you guys, I have big goals. I want like 20 new potentials every single day. And the easiest way to do that is through HAPs, because you're going to get, you know, some you may not get no comments on, but there's going to be that one person where their post blows up. Okay, this is what I do after I have people put up HAPs for me. And if my Facebook was working right now, this is what I would be doing too. Excuse me. But I'm going to be going through and doing it on Instagram as well. Anyone who has ever put up a hap for you, go back and message this. Hey girl, thank you so much for putting that post up for me in January or whenever it was. Or you could say a couple months ago, whatever, fill in the blank to when they put up the post for you, last week, yesterday. Hey girl, thank you so much for putting that post up for me yesterday. I just wanted to reach out because you literally just did what I get paid to do. I know things are crazy right now. Would you at all benefit from making an extra income? Boom, they're a PDT. And boom, you're offering the opportunity with a half off kit and a $15,000 bonus by June, right? Now you're going to immediately boost your PDT list by like 1 million people. Think about how many haps that we got up last month. There were almost 400 people who've put up haps just on my downline last month. That's 400 new potential distributors that we could potentially have as a team. Think about how many new diamonds, double diamonds, triple diamonds would be popping on this team if we signed all of them, right? Okay, so one last thing. Okay, another thing about haps, how do you follow up with them if they haven't posted it yet? Super simple. If you've already sent the post or the picture and they haven't put it up yet, I just literally will message them again and be like, hey, are you still willing to put this up for me? I really don't want you to miss out on getting entered. And then if at that point they still don't put it up for me, just wait a little bit and then go back and offer the opportunity and just be like, hey girl, I know that you said you'd be willing to put that up for me. I noticed you hadn't yet, which is okay. The giveaway's over anyways. But you literally would have been doing what I get paid to do. Would you by chance be interested in making extra money this month? You know, keep it short, sweet, to the point. What would you say to your bestie? And then, what else was I going to say? Shoot, now I forget. I hope that all made sense. Let me look at my notes and see if there's anything else. Do you guys have any other questions while I'm looking at this? So is everyone gonna go? I wanna know in the chats right now, do you have an auto ship set up already? Write yes, or if you plan to, just write like plan to or something. I'm going to stop the recording, but if you guys have any other questions, okay, wait, hang on. I'm gonna not pause yet because this is a really good question. Olivia, you're like on one. Olivia asks, how do you get your bestie to join you? I've tried, and yes, first of all, I've gotten every single one of my best friends to join me. The very first one that I got to join, actually, I didn't even bring it up to her. Like, I thought she would be the last person that would ever join me. And like, ever. And she ended up, we were sitting on the couch one day and she like asked me about it. And I kind of like brushed her off at first. And then I just kind of told her what I was doing and like what it was doing for me and my family. And there was a deal going on. And so she jumped in. The biggest key that I would say is get in person with them, like literally so that they can't leave or ignore your text. Like ask them to come over for drinks and then be like, dude, you're doing this with me. And then I'm trying to think. Madison was, she was at the like fair at the beer garden and I had just had Oakland and I was there with my friend Kaylee at the time and we just like kind of started talking or whatever and she like came over the next day and we talked about it and she was still super skeptical, but I had already talked to her for like months about it. And then that day, this is like really key also, is I was like, hey, you need to take these home with you. And I sent her home with samples. So I would also suggest that too. Like, even if they're wary and don't sign up with you in that moment, make them try the product, like whatever it is, because they're gonna love it. And especially with everything going on right now, like there's no reason not to join. I know I'm pushing distributors a lot, but you guys, distributors bring volume. And when I tell you that you want to grow your business, it's time to grow your business. And then Julia, same kind of thing. Like she had moved to Maui or whatever. And honestly, we weren't on great terms. Like we had not talked for like 6 months. And she was the one who like got really annoyed with all my posts and everything all the time. Like just like, ugh, you're another one of those girls. Like we're already not talking, whatever. She's going to laugh when she watches this on replay. And I ended up, we were talking one day, I had like caught up with her and she asked me about it. And so I was like, you need to FaceTime me right now. So usually if I can get people on the phone, I can get them to join just by like my pure excitement and my confidence, like people know when I'm bullshitting. Like I am not a good liar. I do not have a good poker face. If I'm annoyed, you know, if I'm happy, you know, like it's just one of those things. And so when I get on the phone and they see me that hyped about something, because there's not that many things I get that hyped about, except for this business, like I could literally talk about it till my face turns blue. They see that and they got excited. So it took a while. I gave them grace. I recognized that it was going to happen at their own pace, you know, but I just did me. And I really focused on like how this business was benefiting me and my family. And that's what I would talk about with them. And they saw it. Like they saw us go from never being able to eat out, which is something that we love to do, to doing it all the time. They saw me purchase my first home because of this business. Like we would not have been able to purchase this house, you guys, without It Works. Like there's so much that we had done. When Oakland was born, I had $7,000 in medical bills that I was going to have to pay for. And we paid all of that in cash because of this business. Like there are so many things that we've done. And so it took a year and a half for all three of them to join me, but it was well worth the wait because 2 out of 3 of them I'm still friends with and are running with me. Right. So like, it's awesome. But what I will say too is like, it will make or break your relationship and it will make or break your friendship, because being business partners and being friends is really hard lines to draw, and it's going to challenge your relationship. So either you will withstand it because your relationship is true, or you won't because they weren't truly your friend anyways. Right? So no shade, but do you guys have any other questions? These are so good. They're so good. Okay. Chris, how do you pronounce your name? Kristen or Christian? Kristen. Okay. I just like feel like I'm always questioning myself on that. And I like say your name in my head every time you pop up. I'm like, Kristen? Christian? I don't know. Okay. What is more important, DT or LC? So I never focus on one or the other. That's just me personally. I message for, product testers. I do product tester or like, weight loss haps, skincare haps, whatever it is. I message for distributors. I post mainly about opportunity, but I post, like product stuff on my stories. But right now, what I will tell you is when you're pushing for promotions, first of all, you always want to complete your steps of success. That's going to be number 1. So 6 new loyal customers, 3 distributors every single month is truly going to be your key to success. If and when you become a mass enroller, that's going to come like cake eventually. And what you're going to end up doing is, okay, now my steps of success are fulfilled. And that's when I focus on distributors, is once my steps are filled, especially with the deal going on right now, like we should be blasting this opportunity everywhere. If there are old potential customers who haven't responded to you in a while, go offer them the opportunity. The other thing is that I really want to remind you guys that we forget so often is our current loyal customers. They deserve this opportunity too, and they already love the product. So if you have someone who's finished their 90-day trial or is coming up on their 90 days or hasn't ordered from you in a while, go offer them this opportunity. I have a girl on my site actually right now who's been a loyal customer of mine for almost a year, and she just stopped her products 2 months ago because she couldn't afford them. And I'm pretty sure her or her husband or something is getting laid off, and so that's why she wants to do this. So things change. You never know what comes up, but focus on getting your steps of success done first, getting those 3 distributors, those 6 LCs. After that, or when there's a promotion going on or something like this, distributors are going to bring volume, and you want to fill those boxes. You want to have a stacked chart. So, and that's a whole nother training, but I forget what I'm trying to say. Anyways, new blood will bring lots of volume. So that's a really good question. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.